Sales here with Tapped In, and we have Sal Flores from Pallaton BJJ out of Tucson. Is that right?
Yes, it is. That's
Tucson?
correct. Yes, nice
Cool.
to meet you.
Awesome. Well, so excited to have you on the show. You guys are a little far out, but we had to interview. We had to find out what you guys are doing because you guys are always ranking within the top 5, top
Yes, we
10.
are.
We always see you guys out there and we need to know what you're doing over there. So that, and also we'd like to get to know you and what you're doing as well.
Awesome.
So gonna ask you a couple questions
Okay.
and yeah, let's get started. So tell us a little bit about how you got into jujitsu. How
I
did
got
that
to
all
jiu-jitsu
start for you?
around 2000, just after probably like February. I was walking. I'm in the rescue squadron down at DM. I was at the time, and walked by the paramedic squadron, and they were doing jiu-jitsu, learning hand-to-hand combat, basically. And I used to wrestled in high school, wrestled in college, and I thought I could do that. It looks exactly like wrestling. So the next day, I
Yeah.
showed up at 9 a.m. and started doing jiu-jitsu with them,
Wow. Was
and
it
it just
like
took off
a
from there.
was it like a seamless transition or like did you find out the hard way that no, it's not just
Um,
pinning,
in
you know?
wrestling, it's different.
Yeah.
You don't choke somebody. So I got choked out
Right.
quite a bit in the very beginning. Yeah,
Yeah. And
but I had
so
a good foundation from wrestling, so it wasn't hard to
yeah.
pick up once I learned it all.
What kind of kept you into the sport?
I fell in love
Because
with the
it's
gi.
a hard journey, and I know, at first we all start and we're like, oh yeah, I'm definitely doing this, and then you realize like, oh wow, like this is actually really hard. Am I progressing? So like, what kind of kept you within the sport?
I think it was the wrestling portion, the ground fighting, you could say, right? And the gi. I fell in love with being able to take the gi and wrap it around somebody and hold them. And
Did you? Yeah.
yes, I went from no gi back to submission grappling to using a gi and being. I fell in love with the gi. I went through gi for probably a good 10 years before I did any no gi again.
That is so interesting as a wrestler too.
Yeah,
So now do you prefer the gi or
a little bit of both now. We do
yeah,
both, but I'm still a gi. I love the lapel work
so
and all
cool.
the yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So, what inspired you to become a professor, an instructor, and open up
Uh,
your own school?
Started coaching in 2008 when my daughter started training with us, and I started finding the smaller details, especially explaining to kids how your hands have to be here, your body has to be here, and it really saw the light in their eyes when they started to figure it out, and it was cool
Hmm.
to see even adults when they start clicking. You can tell the progression. It was fun for me. I like
Yeah.
teaching. It's a blast.
Yeah. How long have you been teaching?
Since 2008, when I was purple belt, and then I started my gym in 2012. I got lucky. Had a friend of mine who was starting his own business, and he had a little school in a karate school in a
Hmm.
studio, and asked me if I wanted to take it over. And had a couple kids and some adults. Their school's karate is Chuck Norris style karate, so all their black belts have to be blue belts in jujitsu. So
Hmm.
I kind of had a clientele already base, so I had to teach them jujitsu. But it's jujitsu is no different from anybody else, just how we see it, right? How we interpret it.
Right.
So you can learn an arm bar one way and I can learn a different way, but it's the same arm bar, just how we apply it.
Right.
So I started
That's
teaching there
awesome.
and then it just took off. We went from probably 15 kids in a small studio 2 days a week to moving out to get my own
That's
space. And
awesome.
now we're at 2,400 square feet with about 1,500 square feet of mat space and 100
Oh,
students.
awesome. Very,
Yeah.
very cool. And so what is your lineage? Who'd you
So
get
I
your
went
background
through
from?
Under Carlson Gracie
Okay.
and under Demetrius Ramos from white belt to black belt. I mean, I love the
Cool.
guy. We just had some differences, and I moved on from there. And now I'm under Tonquino, under Soul Fighters,
Cool.
and for the last eight
Love
years,
it.
it's been wonderful.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So have you competed in the past or
I
are you
competed
an
a
active
lot from.
competitor?
I was. I love competing. For me,
Okay.
being a wrestler, competition wasn't any different. Now I just had to learn the submissions more. But yeah,
Yeah.
competition is fun for me. I love it. I enjoy it. Win or lose, it's I love just the atmosphere and the camaraderie,
Right.
competitors.
So did you compete as a wrestler? Is
Oh
that
yeah,
kind
I
of how you
was,
started? Yeah.
yes, from
So then when you
freestyle,
went into
Greco-Roman.
jujitsu, you kind of like felt okay about it,
Oh
like
yes,
going
yeah.
into competition. Well, I want to know now, like, tell us a little bit about your first competition experience within jujitsu.
Oh, I
How
got
did that
guillotined.
go? Did you?
I got choked out. Went for double leg and picked him up. The next thing I was getting choked out and tapped.
As a wrestler? Come on.
Yeah,
As a white belt or what?
as a white belt, yes, I learned right away
Yeah.
that shooting to the outside and getting a double leg and taking your time was not a good thing. So
Yeah. Okay.
it
Well,
changed. I
we
changed
we
real
all
fast.
learned the hard way at first,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Awesome. Do you think competition is for everyone? What are your thoughts on
No,
that?
I don't. I even though it's fun to compete, I want my kids and students to learn jiu-jitsu first, and then competition is secondary. It's not a primary goal for us. Although we're number 5 in the state right now,
Yes.
it's a whole different mindset. Learning and competing are two different worlds for me. Training to compete is one huge different focus and grind than it is training to learn. So I
Let's
don't
talk.
force
Yeah.
competition on people, but I like to see when people compete, they kind of people start to gravitate because their friends are competing, and then they see
Yeah.
how much fun they're having. So we've really gone in cycles. For my school, we go in big cycles. Like kids will come and compete, and then it'll drop off. Well, the small team that'll pick up again. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a competitive school per se, as in you have to compete to get to the next level. No, I want you to learn and progress. If you compete, great. If not, you're still helping everybody else out. So
Got it. So you don't push competition. It's kind of like individually, like if you're interested in it, you'll obviously give them the push, but if not, it's okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Um,
competition classes on Fridays at 4:30, and it's not like, hey, come in and we're going to show you something. No, it's come in, be ready because we're going to rip your head off. It's going to be no
yeah.
holds. It's going to be like competition.
So
There's
yeah,
no
let's talk
DC
let's talk
on.
about that. So how do you run your competition classes? Like how do you set them up for like the big day? Like how do you prepare them?
We come in and tell them, okay, 4:30, clock's on, get ready, just like you would be getting ready for competition. We're going to put the music on real loud. The timer's going to go off, and there's
Yeah.
somebody going to be there trying to submit you just like you're trying to. There's no easy going on Fridays afternoons.
Yeah.
It's even I will get out there and beat them up just to show
Yeah.
them it's not nice.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a whole different focus. You got to change that. Hey, I'm out here learning to play with my friends. To hey, my friend's trying to submit me like right now.
Absolutely, because
Yeah,
especially a lot of newcomers that come into the sport as a white belt, they want to compete and they're like, "Oh, everyone's doing it," but they don't know what they're getting themselves into, right?
right.
And so, I mean, for me, I know like my first competition, I kind of just like went in there and it wasn't a good thing, like I didn't prepare for it. And so, yeah, that's totally awesome that you have a dedicated competition class
Yeah,
and
and
like
we yell at
prepare
them
your
just like
students
coaches
for
were
it.
yelling and screaming. Hey, move, do this,
Yeah.
do that, and when they
Yeah.
get done with their round, they help get back in again. Next one, next one, next one. They just keep on
That's
going till
how
they
it
get
is.
tired.
That's how it should be for
Yeah,
sure. What about your little kids? Like how do you prepare them
same
for
way. They're in
competition?
there too. They're both.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
we just change them around. We even have kids from other schools come in just so they can get some mat time as well, and they
Yeah.
just push each other. And the parents love it because they're getting the same experience right there. And
Yeah.
then we'll take a break, and then we'll talk about points,
Yeah.
strategies, right? Why you don't sit down and pull something on top of you because now you gave them points. Stay on top. Try to talk to them on the little mistakes they're making. Even the
Hmm.
adults, I always tell them, hey, if you're on top, stay on top. If
Do
you're
you
on the
think the little
bottom,
kids understand the point system at first, or does it take a while to like really get it through them and
yeah, they don't
prepare
understand it
them?
at first. They
Right.
understand how many points they can gather. They don't understand
Yeah.
how they can get
Right.
it. Yes.
Yes.
So usually I just
Awesome.
work on telling them, hey, take them down, stay on top, and we'll work from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've seen you at the events. Tell us how your experience has been with the Arizona Jiu-Jitsu League.
Oh
Hopefully
man,
good.
I've seen. We started off in churches, the old Arizona Combat Sports with the boxing ring, and
Yeah.
it's been a huge man. It's been so cool to see the league just take off, and now we're at 12 mats, probably going to even go to more here shortly with as
Yeah.
much as it's growing in Arizona. I've been with them since 2002, 2003, 4 when I started competing. So 20,
Wow.
going on 20 years.
Awesome. Well,
And
we
it was just
appreciate the
Gustavo
support.
and Ligaton and those guys
Yeah.
refereeing. Yeah, it was
That's
awesome.
awesome. Okay, so you go way back with us. We love
Yes.
it. Awesome. Um, okay. Well, let's keep talking more about
Uh,
how your students are super successful. What are your requirements for your students to be able to compete? Do you have any specific requirements regarding
no,
that?
I just want to make sure they understand what competition is. It's not the normal day-to-day training coming in. We're going to learn some technique and do it. No, now I want you to be ready. I want you to go out there and do the takedowns. Show me what you can do at a higher pace and level than the normal Monday through Thursday training that we do.
Right.
It's not, and I said it's not for everyone because going from the studio academy to an actual event is two different worlds.
Right.
Yes, I can play the music and
Absolutely.
turn up the heat, but when we get out there in front of 1,000 people, people are yelling and screaming, and everybody's doing the same things, and you kind
Yeah.
of get lost, or that anxiety takes over. I
Yeah.
try to tell them how to transform their nervousness and anxiety to be
Yeah.
able to go out there and perform the right way.
What do you how do you guide your students with like weight classes and like cutting weight and
I
because
if they're
that's
close to a few pounds, yeah, we'll cut some weight, but 10 to 20 pounds, no. I'd rather have them go out there and try it at the higher level, at the higher weight,
uh-huh.
and see how they do because they might perform better.
Right.
I know as I was cutting weight in wrestling, man, sometimes I just didn't even have it. I was running out of energy, didn't do it.
Yeah.
No matter how much I trained, I was just weak or felt weak or lost that
Yeah.
adrenaline rush fast.
Right.
So
Right.
we'll work on that with them and tell them, hey, okay, now we started a nutritionist too that comes in and starts giving some advice once in a while.
Interesting. Do you really? That's awesome. That's very unique.
So because I know as I got
Yeah.
older, as a kid, I didn't care about nutrition, but now I see as you get older, you see how it really plays into your cardio and your stamina.
Okay. So wait, so you have an actual nutritionist that
We
comes
have we
into
had
the
one come in a while
gym.
back and talk about
Okay.
cutting
Cool.
weight, talk about nutrition levels, hydration, what they need to do to be where they're at. So we're gonna probably do it again. I'll probably bring another one in
Yeah.
so they can get
I
some
can
more
see you really
refresher.
take this seriously, and that's awesome. You should. This is your job, and like you
Right.
want your
I
students
want
to
to
be
be successful.
successful,
I want to be more
right?
successful than me.
That's how
Yeah.
you do it. No wonder you guys are always on the top. That
Yeah.
explains it right there.
It's
So
just,
you're
I think
just
it's that
pushing.
attitude as well. There's no,
Right.
yes, I'd love to have a world champion in the academy, but as long as they can go out there, compete, and have fun, that's all I love to see their smile on their faces when they win. I
Mm-hmm.
like to see when they're good sportsmen, they lose, and they come back and say, all right, where did I make the mistakes at? Where can you help me? They understand that it's not always going to be a winning game. And some days I just got to go back
Right.
and grind it out.
Absolutely. So we all know competitions are extremely nerve-wracking. How do you handle your internal battles? Especially you as a competitor or a
For me as a competitor, I
active
used to go
competitor, you
in,
know?
yes. Like for the big events, I'd go in early, listen to the crowd noise, watch a couple matches before my time, and then go outside somewhere, cut out the noise, relax for a couple 30 minutes or so, no noise at all, just clear thoughts.
Hmm.
And then I took some advice from Gustavo. He talks about playlists and some meditation music to calm you
Yeah.
down. And then when you're sitting in the bullpen, turn up that heavy music where you're getting ready to pump yourself up
Yeah.
to get you ready, right? So it kind of get yourself going so you're not having that big adrenaline push and the crowds and the overwhelming noises take you over because
Right.
when that whistle blows and they say kombache and you kind of dump, that's it, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, let's talk about the mindset piece and what do you tell your students? Because everyone's different, right? So like
Right.
what do you tell your students regarding mindset going into competition?
My mindset is that medal is mine. It's mine to lose, not for you
Hmm.
to win. It's mine to lose. You have to take it away from me.
My God, that's scary.
Yeah.
I love it. I
And I'm
love
not
it.
going to
I
be
love it.
nice. Not that I'm going
I
to punch
love
you. I'm
it.
not going to be nice. We're going to
You
go hard.
need that. You definitely
Right.
need that, like aggression and just like going for the kill, right? That's
Right.
absolutely 100%.
Can't be
Love
nice.
it.
I take a lot of that from Carlson Gracie. He's like, you're going to remember who we are. Even if we lose, you're going to remember who we are. Yes.
Right, right. Love it. What advice would you give a younger student going into competition for the first time ever? They don't know, this is their first time. What would you tell them?
Usually I tell them, hey, they're not going to be nice to you. It's not like training with your partner, your buddy at practice. You're probably gonna get punched in the face, get an elbow. You're gonna get taken down real hard. You're gonna get slammed. Be
Mm-hmm.
first. Do your job. Listen. Don't look at us. Listen, and go out there and have fun. Smile at them
Yeah.
because it changes the way you feel if you smile. If you're out there trying
Yeah.
to be mean and hard, you're gonna stay stiff and you're not gonna be
Right.
relaxed. Smile and have fun.
That's the key, right? It's
Yeah.
it's all about having fun. Well, taking it seriously and also having fun at the
Right.
same
When I
time,
say
right?
fun, you're gonna go out there and win. Yes.
Right. Yes,
Be dominant, but
absolutely.
don't get all stiff and try to be all mean. Like, okay, here we go, and then
Yeah.
your body just kind of gravitates
Yeah.
to losing all that.
Absolutely. Well, when are we going to see you competing at the
Oh, I don't
Arizona
know, but I'm
Jiu-Jitsu
taking some
League?
time off, so we'll see. I've concentrated with the
No,
students. He's
come
been excited. Yeah,
on.
even my
All this
students
talk, but we've never
are.
seen you on the mat. I'm just
Oh yeah,
kidding.
I've been on there for quite a while.
Awesome. Well, hopefully one day. And we got big prizes now. So
Yeah, I
if you're
know. I've seen a lot.
interested
It's been
in a
nice.
down payment for your new car, now's the time. Awesome. Well, you've given us a lot. I think we'll stop here and just let us know, where can we find you on social media?
Oh, I'm on Instagram, Pallaton BJJ on Instagram. Even mine, Sal Flores BJJ. You guys can come check us out. We're also Soul Fighters Associates, so we're always seeing each other, trying to get up there. I have to
Awesome.
give a shout out to the girls on my team. They've kind of pushed us to the number one, the number 5 ranking right now. So
Yeah,
awesome to
women.
see. Yeah, we try
Awesome.
to see if we can
Well,
get even higher in the next tournament.
absolutely. Well, maybe
Yes,
you guys will get number one this year.
we're going to be close. We're going to try
I'm
to fight.
rooting for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was very nice getting to know you and learning a little bit more about your school. So I appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you out there.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.